Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network. Hi, this is Amit Doshi, and I wanted to thank each and every one of our listeners. It's been 2 years since I founded IVM, and it's been an amazing 2 years. We wanted to learn a little bit more about who is listening to our shows, and so we put together a short survey. The survey is anonymous, and we aren't going to be collecting any personal information. I would really appreciate it if you could take a couple of minutes out of your day and go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and fill it out. Thanks, and please keep listening.
Hi, welcome to SexVex. My name is Siddhant.
And I am Dilnaz.
Today we've got a very interesting episode. It's about sexual wellness.
Ooh, I'm damn excited about this episode.
So what are we talking about when we talk about sexual wellness? Actually, we're not talking about just your sexual well-being and your experience, but we're talking about an industry where you can buy products which can enhance your sex life, or sex life with your partner, sex life with yourself, or sex life in general. I would say
sexual wellness is just this hi-fi word. Actually, we're talking about sex toys.
Well, among other things. That's why we're saying wellness, because you can't really call massage oil a toy, right?
Okay. So products.
Sexual products, yeah.
Okay.
And I also don't want to say enhancements of any kind. I want to say it just makes sex better. So let's just go with that. So why are we talking about this again?
To make sex better.
That's
like you just said.
I think that's
information to make sex better. That's always good information.
I cannot disagree with that. That is exactly why this sort of thing should be taken into consideration. Everybody runs into couples that are having a tough time. Life is difficult. Maybe something has gone wrong.
Yeah, and it gets boring after a point of time. The same monotony of it all. How many sexual positions are you going to try out?
Yeah.
Like we need something else to enhance our sex life.
And as we discuss all the time, exploration is probably the most fun aspect of a sexual relationship with somebody. So what better way to do that than with various aids and products that can help you discover more about you and your partner and your time together. So that's why we think sexual wellness, it's something to talk about. And India, your time has come. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
So why aren't we doing this? I mean, I think
it's lack of... honestly,
I think you're right. I was just going to say that. It's just people don't seem to realize that these things exist.
And these things are available to us. Honestly, I didn't know till we started researching on this topic. I mean, maybe I knew a little bit. But I was speaking to a couple of friends, and they were like, really? Are sex products so easily available? I thought you have to go abroad to get a vibrator,
That might not be entirely untrue. You probably want to get the vibrator of your choice, and it might not be available here, and you might want to do that.
But there are things available.
We have stuff here.
We have so many places, websites, online shopping.
Yeah.
A lot of all that.
There are many opportunities for you to buy products that will greatly change your sex life. But why has that not happened? Well, I think it's also because people have been making do for so long, they haven't bothered to check.
Exactly. They're making do with... Okay, this is...
She's already laughing.
Before
She's
I start.
already laughing. This is great.
I was reading up and, there are a lot of household items which can be used as sexual products.
Okay.
No, really, Sid, wipe that smirk off.
I'm not even smirking. I'm smiling because you're smiling because you seem to think this is
because
amazing.
Some of them are too exciting. Okay, so one of them
go ahead.
is washing machine. So you put it on spin mode and then you just hop onto it.
That's kind of fantastic, but
yeah.
It
is, okay? There's washing machine. Then there is the kitchen counter, the classic. You go to your kitchen and there's sex all around.
Yeah.
No, really, you
Kitchens
open
are made for sex.
Made for sex.
Yeah.
The kitchen counter.
Yeah.
You open the fridge. There is chocolate sauce or cream or honey or butter or whatever rocks your boat.
Yeah.
Then there's
or
ice
all of it
cube.
together, right? I mean, that cream, butter, sugar, honey is
that'll be damn difficult to remove, yeah.
very diabetic, guys. Don't do that.
Then there's ice cubes. Then there is a cell phone.
There is the cell phone.
There's the cell phone.
There is this. That's not in the kitchen, but it's there.
No, okay. That is kitchen is done now.
Kitchen
next,
is done.
Next thing.
Okay.
So there's the cell phone. So you put it on vibrator mode, and you and your partner. So you ask your partner, call me, stop, call me, increase the vibrate, decrease it now. No, really.
No, I actually have heard somebody say this. They're like, I actually have used the cell phone on myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
Just-
what
just
company
pop
was
it in
that
there.
cell phone?
Just pop-
The vibrate.
Pop it down there. I'm just going to call myself from my
Action must be
landline.
really powerful.
You know, yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Then
Missed
there
calls are
is-
free after all, so think about it that way. Yeah.
Then there is the mirror.
The
You can
mirror.
watch each other's
Oh, right.
expressions, sexual
Yeah,
expressions
actually,
while you're at it.
That's actually a very valid point. Not all of it has to be directly stimulating parts of your body. Some of it is just the mental stimulation you've always wanted.
Yeah. Then
I've
there are
got like, I
What?
know people who'd want to put mirrors up on the ceiling.
the ceiling. I went to a house once, a friend's house,
Yeah.
he had a mirror right opposite his bed, like a full wall was a mirror.
Actually, that's happened
never
to me.
went again
That's
to that
happened to me,
house.
and it was fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, it makes sense. It all makes sense.
So then there's that. Then there is like just things like you use, like for your role playing fantasies. So like
Okay.
neckties, stockings, glasses, wigs. You
Well,
know, and then you play the role,
you play
and
the role, yeah.
part, and all of that. So yeah, there are
So-
a lot
so
of.
people
I mean,
have
other
been-
than the normal carrot cucumber that you keep hearing about
Carrot, cucumber.
in the kitchen.
It's like the sole purpose of carrots and cucumbers that you keep hearing about are to help you out once in a while when you're in the mood. Maybe.
no, but
Why don't people what? Finish that thought. I feel like you were
Forget
going
it.
to open a very interesting can of worms there.
No, but I was just, I was like, even if you read in the newspapers, the Sexpert or the Sex Column and all of these things,
Right, yeah.
women are always asking questions about, I stuffed my carrot in there and it doesn't come out, or the brinjal. But there are sex products available, you nowadays in today's day and age, you don't need to use a carrot or a brinjal or a cucumber or a zucchini or whatever the hell you use from your kitchen.
Zucchini. Now that's being fancy for no reason. Perfectly good zucchini. I think the main thing with this is that when you buy it, it's not conspicuous. Like everyone thinks you're going to use a carrot for why you bought a carrot, which is for food. Mm-hmm. And you might use it for pleasuring yourself. And then it's done. So you can throw it away. It's a carrot. It's not a piece of plastic or something.
That
So
you save and keep under your bed.
yeah, exactly.
Or,
So no one
in your
wants. There's no
drawer.
shame in using a carrot
Yeah, so
because
supposing your electrician comes and he drops something, he doesn't see your hidden stash of carrots.
hidden stash of carrots.
Plastic
Even if he does, he'll be like, wow, she really likes carrots. I didn't know
I
that.
don't want my electrician or carpenter to picturize how much I love carrots. Okay?
He might think you like it for your eyesight. I
Yeah.
don't know. So, yeah, we really have better options than vegetables is what you're telling me.
Absolutely. And we do have them available here. I just think people are not aware of it.
Okay, but why wouldn't they buy it? We know that they're available, but my question is, why wouldn't they buy it? Because you think about it, this is all better for you, right? Better for you, better for the experience. It sounds great. Why not get it? Why not try it?
Maybe privacy.
Yeah.
Is an issue.
I
Like,
think
how
that's
is
the
it
number
going to
one
be
issue,
delivered?
if
you
I
know?
were to answer the question,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like when Domino's comes, they have a cycle which says Domino's, they have a bag which says Domino's.
The
Can you
worst-
imagine a sex toy coming to your house?
Yeah, but-
and your whole building knows what you've ordered.
And then the watchman calls in the income, Madam, sex toy wala aa gaya. And you have, okay.
Bhejo, then every
yeah.
neighbor is picturizing.
Yeah, that's great.
So I guess privacy. Then there's also, I think, lack of awareness that these
Okay.
things are available.
Yeah.
And they are and they're not that tough to access. They are
I
easily
think
accessible.
I think even if they knew it was available, I don't think people see the value in it yet. They don't realize that, let me try this because this will make this better. I didn't know that could happen because for me, it was point A to point B, right? Do these things and that's sex and that's the end of that. But with these products, there's so many ways to go. There's so many things that can change. There's so much that you can do for yourself and your partner that will change the equation completely. And they don't know if they should even bother trying. And maybe that's the problem here. Why aren't we thinking about it in the sense of we've got our lives, our sex lives as they are, but these are the other things we can do. I think that's the main thing.
There's another thing that I thought of in household items.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
This is... Okay. All right.
Electric toothbrush. I mean, really, they're designed to get to the hard to reach places and they're still gentle.
I can't tell if you were being funny. But that was one of those actual situations where that makes complete sense.
No, but I was reading up on these household things, and it, again, I seem to land up on these chat rooms. I don't know how.
What are you in 2005? Chat rooms?
Well, whatever they call it, people chat and comment.
Yeah.
So there was one suggestion, so there was an article, and then there were people suggesting, why don't you even try this or try that?
Correct.
So there was one person who said, spongy cushion. Make hole with knife and enjoy.
Oh my God. The enjoy is what made it dirty. It's the enjoy that made it dirty.
And there was one more comment.
Okay.
It said, prepare a mixture, in brackets, paste.
Okay.
Honey plus mixed fruit jam. Apply the paste over her breasts and keep on sucking till you get satisfaction to maximum extent. Really? This was in the comment section. This was a suggestion.
Dilnaz, I think whenever I read comments now, I'm going to do them in that voice, where I just picture everything being read out to me as that person that you have just mimicked.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I am telling you, this is going to be one hell of an episode. I think we should just take a short break and get our guests back into the studio.
We have guests today.
Yeah, very excited. So,
yes,
okay, let's just take a quick break. See you in a bit.
Rants, crazy conversations, absurd questions and everything in between. Cyrus Says is the podcast where I, Cyrus Brocha, let loose and talk to interesting people from across different walks of life. People who are available actually, not more than that. Catch new episodes every Monday on iTunes, Audio Boom or the all-new IVM podcast app. Happy listening, but only for a few minutes.
Welcome back to X and Y. And today we're talking about sexual wellness. We have some guests with us today. Mrinal and Divya from itspleasure.com. Hi, guys.
Pleasure with a Z.
With the Z. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah. Okay. So we are very excited to have you guys here because we've been reading a few articles about It's Pleasure and the work that you are doing generally in this field. Mm-hmm. How did this start? Can you tell us a little bit more about yourselves and the company?
Actually, the entire thought came into the perspective when we were talking to our friends, some 2014, and we were talking to our married friends, and they were facing some issues with the intimacy part to it. And
okay.
So when we started searching, we found that in India there are products available, but still the awareness about these products is very less, and they're not catering to the mass market, which requires these kind of facilities much more than a metro. Of course, metro requires it, but if you take it from a scenario of a tier 2 or a tier 3, people are very hesitant even to buy a condom from a close-by pharmacy.
Yeah,
we wanted them to provide that facility to take off the hesitation so that they start using sexual wellness product to start with. So that was the first pain point which we wanted to try and address, and then we wanted to increase our portfolio to help people who live in metros and want to spice up their life a little more. Because of the stress, because of the lot of work, because of the busyness, probably they're not able to communicate and give that kind of time to each other, and therefore we came up with the entire store, It's Pleasure, and we tried to cater to these needs. So that was the idea we started working on it.
Both of you guys came up with this together, or what was?
Yes, so we have been together since last 8 years.
Okay. And
together in the business or together in life?
Together as friends since last 8 years.
Okay.
Together in life for last 1.5 years.
Okay.
So just want to add what Divya said.
Yeah.
So every few of our friends say yaar kuch hota nahi hai, and we are so bored of our life right now. So that's one aspect, and then we interviewed almost 700-800 people.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So from tier 1, tier 2 cities, few of the tier 3 cities also.
We've tried to reaching out to them actually.
Yeah.
So few instances I would like to mention here.
Please.
So
tell
one
us
of
more.
the guy in Pune, So he was not even taking a name of a condom. कौन सा use करते हो? मैं वो Sunny Leone वाला use करता हूँ.
He couldn't even bring himself to say the brand. You're saying, wow.
Sunny Leone wala.
Yeah.
So the whole point is people are not aware of these things, except so everything and anything except condoms and laundry और कुछ नहीं होता.
Yeah, I mean,
so for people,
I think that makes sense to me. I don't think people
are aware that condoms और lingerie के अलावा भी और चीजें हैं.
Exactly, there are more things out there, and we should try them out.
So just try to.
Actually, I like to add on to it for the record. I mean, even for the lingeries, I think the maximum lingerie sells around the time of the wedding.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes complete sense. Why wouldn't they? You know?
So, we put a lot of effort when we are getting married or we are starting our life together. But after some years or after some time, that effort starts going down the drain. And I think that is the time when we start getting into the picture and help to take it back to the same level.
To enhance
the pleasure
boring,
for them.
Yeah, the monotonous sex life that it has been so far. Yeah.
So we've been chatting a bit before we got in here, and we hit upon some very interesting discussions. One especially that I thought was very interesting was when Divya said that the women tend to experience and talk about their sexuality more and are much more expressive in India, and I guess the world maybe. I'm not sure. We can make that assumption. But what, in your experience, leads you to say that? Who has talked to you, and how have they gone ahead and expressed themselves differently?
So we get a lot of calls from our customers, and if I'm not wrong out here saying 60% of the calls to inquire about the products and talk more about it, we get from females.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But of course, they ask for a female executive or a female person to talk to.
Yeah,
and that's where I usually like to talk to them to provide them the right knowledge and the right, to address their question in a right manner.
Of course,
Think about it. 60% are women who wants to inquire about the range of products. They want to know what is a lubricant. They want to know how to use a sex toy or probably a massager out there, not a toy.
Yeah.
But then they also want to know more about the games, adult games, which we have listed onto the website. They want to know all of it. They are so open in talking about it. We even had a encounter with one of our customers. She wanted to know more about the penis extenders, which if we have.
Do you all have them? My ears perked up.
Okay, calm down. It doesn't help anybody.
No, we don't have penis extenders in India.
But what about the guys? How come? What did they have to say about all of this? What did they ask for?
I think guys are very specific, and Mrinal will be able to elaborate more on that.
Do they talk to you, Mrinal? Do you take those calls?
They talk to me, in a very and really I'm very much thankful to the ladies section here. So they bring about quite much of awareness as compared to us. As a gender.
Right.
So guys talk about condoms,
of course,
laundry,
of course.
Ho gaya mera bas. That's all.
I'm surprised that it stops there. We actually started this by saying condoms and lingerie, that's all there was about sex. Then people found out more. And then the women found out everything else, and the guys didn't find out anything else.
Right. So, just quoting example here.
Yeah.
So, we participated in one of the fest last month I think last month.
Okay.
So, this guy came to me and said कि condoms हैं. I said हाँ हैं. So कहते हैं कि ठीक है. तो मैंने कहा but there are many other things which needs to be used, just not for the sex purpose, but to increase the whole intimacy level. And and the whole play is just not about you, it's about your partner also. So मैंने कहा नहीं मुझे जरूरत नहीं है, मुझे बस condoms नहीं है. मैंने कहा अगर if you want condoms only, you need not to come to fest or you not to come to me. You can buy it from the stores, and they are they are available. The whole variety is much more than available with us.
Yeah.
So you need not to come to me just for buying a condom. So he said कि नहीं मुझे और कुछ जरूरत नहीं है.
Okay, so you seem to have had this discussion with quite a few men over the past few months. Not just this particular guy.
He was not alone. So there was a guy from Chandigarh.
Okay.
So we talked about this. Do you need this? Why do I need this? My wife doesn't need it.
What exactly were we talking about here?
So we are talking about the games, the bondages,
right.
The overall basic, just not just the condoms or the massagers, but more than that.
Right.
To bring the intimacy among the couples, which is getting lost day by day, I would say.
Yeah.
So we asked him that, do you need these kind of products? So he was very blatant कि Paddy, मुझे क्यों चाहिएगा? तो yeah, boss, but this is just not you again. On the same lines. So he said कि नहीं, मुझे नहीं चाहिए. मैं बहुत खुश हूँ. मैं एक perfect बंदा हूँ. मैं एक अच्छा मर्द हूँ.
So he took it upon his manhood
and he took on his ego thing that
I don't need other things to please my woman because I am the perfect man.
Right.
Great. This is something that I will say I have encountered a lot in just talking to other people about sex. They're like, oh, why are we discussing this? I'm great. I don't need to do anything. But that's also why we're here today. You don't have to be great. You just have to think about other people and what they might want, not what you think they might want, right? I think that's something that you guys are trying to look into as well. So have women come to you and complain oh, my life's terrible, I need to do something, can you suggest me like a hamper, a little spice it up hamper of my life? What would that be, and have you suggested one before?
Actually, I have some encounters around this. To quote a few, I'll quote one woman who recently got married, and she pinged us. She was actually complaining about the length.
Okay.
She was saying that her husband is less than 6 inches and she wants perfect 6 inches.
What? So as you can see, being unreasonable goes both ways. Yeah.
So actually, I started my conversation telling.
Did she take rulers out every time in life?
1 minute, let's measure.
This does not fall under my classification and standards that I have set for myself. We must stop this now. Go home. You go home.
So what I understood from that conversation was that the level of awareness is not only about the products. People, even after being there, doesn't understand the size does not matter.
Or that a perfect 6 inches doesn't mean anything. It could be a perfect 5 inches or a perfect 7 inches or perfect whatever inches. It doesn't matter at all. That's hilarious. That's also why we're here. You guys need to tell everybody more of these stories, just so that and this is the thing, when I share stuff like this, people nervously laugh in the room, but secretly they all think this. A lot of people do think like this.
On a serious note, I think it's major lack of the awareness that for guys, it's not about just the sex, and it's not about the size. Please understand, there's a hell lot of blogs and the content on the Google it and you'll know it.
You'll know it,
So size really doesn't matter in case of women, and sex is just not about sex for guys. Please understand that.
Yeah, now you know. But what about actually, sorry Divya, I want to hear one more story. I feel like we're getting illuminated here.
Yes, Divya, tell us more stories.
So second one will be, I got a call from a woman from India only, and she was a beginner. She told me that she has never used any kind of massages before and she wants to try something. So I end up telling her to try something which is like a discreet one and which is very much for the external part of the body, where you can just, increase the sensations, enjoy more, because she told me she's single as of now.
Okay.
So I suggested her that, but she told me no, she wants to buy something else which is which is a little more fun. Do you have... So she quoted 2-3 products to me and she told me, do you have this? Do you have that?
Yeah.
Some of those products we can't get in India as of now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we can't, huh?
Yeah. So,
we'll get to that part, later. Yeah.
So I can sense that woman was very, very excited at one part and very nervous on the another one, because she thought she is, letting a lot of information get disclosed out there to the person.
And there's a thrill of that.
That is thrill, yeah. So you have to be very... so I personally felt that I have to be very understanding and very calm with the person while dealing with her. So I had to impart a lot of knowledge to her, how these things function, what kind of products we have.
So you actually played the role of a therapist in a way. I mean...
I think that's too technical, yeah.
Maybe she's just somebody who's listening for somebody who wants something. And what did she finally get? Did she get something from you in the end, or...?
No, she didn't.
That's
okay. I mean,
the life of a salesman, I guess.
Yes, the life of a salesman. Yeah. Right now, we are playing all kind of parts. We are an office boy to a salesman to a CEO to everything.
That's a great way to learn, though.
What are your most popular products?
We get a lot of orders for lubricants, a lot of them.
Okay.
And then we get a lot of orders for the massages. These are the 2 favorite products which we have on our store.
I want to know a little bit more about the lubricants here, because I think they're also available in certain places in the market generally. With some of the bigger brands, they do carry a line or two sometimes. But when did lubricants start becoming part of the discussion, do you think? Was it like immediately in the beginning when you opened the store, the first thing you were seeing sold was condoms, lubricants and lingerie? Or did lubricants sort of come in later?
So I think we started off with the lingerie.
Yeah.
Or we sold lingerie initially a lot.
Yeah.
But once the momentum started picking up, we saw a lot of lubricants and massagers getting thrown.
Okay.
So that's how the entire...
What questions do people ask about lubricant? Because I'm sure you must get questions about that as well.
Yes, we have got a lot of questions on why to use one certain kind of lubricant. Because we have silicone lubricant, we have water lubricant. That too, we have flavored water lubricant.
Okay, can we get into that? Because that's something that even I discovered quite lately.
I'm not that aware of it.
I discovered it quite recently, like a couple of years ago. And there is a big difference. And can you tell us a bit more?
So water-based lubricants are actually stainless. They don't stain your sheets. They are very, very soft on the skin. But at the very same time, water lubricant has a shorter life.
Yeah.
So if you want to go for more wetness, you prefer silicone lubricant. Silicone lubricants are a little expensive in nature and they last long. They are basically for long time lubrication.
Okay.
And both these lubricants are actually latex friendly, so you can use them with the condoms.
Okay. Yeah.
But the silico one particularly actually have a cream flavor to it, whereas water is more a gel-like flavor to it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's how silicone stays on long. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's better. Like
That's
a cream.
Yes. It's a
And it's
cream one.
easy to
I guess
wash off
more
and remove.
people
Yes,
prefer
actually
it,
that's
yeah.
a problem with the silicone one. You
Oh,
don't
okay.
want to wear clothes along with it because it doesn't come off easily off the clothes. The stains doesn't come off so easily.
And I'm guessing the bedding as well will take quite a battering after that. Right. No, but that's information you can use.
Yeah, so the only thing with silicone is don't ever use it with the silicone-based toys. So
Okay.
because it's the friction which takes away the fun part.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, if you're using the silicone with the silicone product, just read the instruction because there are some products which are compatible, but there are lesser products which are compatible in this particular scenario.
That's I'm glad you brought up reading because one of the first things these guys told us is we just get calls because it seems like people don't like reading. Has anyone called you and used a product completely wrong and called you like angry, like, ye kya hua? Why has this happened to me? You guys don't tell us anything. And then you go, sir, did you read the instructions? Or ma'am, did you read the instructions? Has that ever happened?
So not the wrong usage, but so there is a massager with us, so which is called the bullet massager.
Okay.
So the batteries which goes there is normally the opposite what we normally do. So it's like the plus minus sign is on the same side.
Oh, right. So
okay,
you don't have to
okay.
invert
The cells in there. So the guy, the guy and the couple.
Yeah.
So the guy called me कि boss आपने मुझे ये बेच दिया है, and I said कि are you sure it's not working? क्या मैं गधा लगता हूँ तुमको? Like, it's not working. I'm telling you. I'm calling you because it's not working. So I thought, okay, sir. Are you sure that have you inserted the batteries in a right manner? Of course so batteries ही तो हैं, उसमें एक ऐसे लगा है, एक ऐसे लगा है. No, please read it. It's mentioned there that the batteries have to be in the same direction.
And then he tried it and it worked?
Yeah, it worked.
And then he accepted it.
Did you go, goodbye, Mr. Gada? Thank you for please shop with us again.
No, I think it's not about, it's just that it's a fact that people, I think you and me also don't like reading that a lot, rather than we like watching videos or watching images, but we don't like reading. It's a human tendency.
I disagree, actually.
Yeah,
I'm a complete nerd. As soon as I buy something, I read the entire
Like, even if it's the most basic thing that I know how to use and I've used it 10 times earlier, I will read the instructions.
Exactly. I'm known to go through the user warranty.
But I guess there are all types of people.
So the majority is like no one reads it. So
you get it pretty long.
In that detail, I think.
So it's very simple. There was a proper manual there with the product, and it placed right where the battery used to put there.
Yeah, okay.
The manual was right there.
right
So,
next
but
to
he
it.
still
didn't. He completely missed it.
But men think they know it all. So
Yeah, I guess.
Why should I read?
But then she's also there, so maybe she missed it also. That's why there's two of us, you see. So when she makes statements like that, I have a counter. I have another question before we move on to like other segments that we've got here. What are the products that you've got asked for a lot in the future, like that you're going to get in the future? So it's like you don't have them now, but a lot of people have asked for them, and it makes sense to get them. Have you run into any products like that?
We want to increase our range of massages actually right now.
Okay, so people ask you for different kinds, and there are
yes.
some models out there which you think, we could probably get those.
Yes, there are some models which we actually want to add to our current line.
Okay.
We want to get it for the people because people are very specific with some of the people we have actually talked to. They're very specific with what product, what brand they want.
Okay.
So we want to include that.
Okay.
And then there are certain kind of brands which are very specific for the honeymoon couple.
Okay.
So that is something we're
So
trying
it's
to
more
get.
like romantic, intimate on the marriage honeymoon aspect.
Yes.
Right?
So we have a lot of products for the honeymoon aspect, but on the
Okay.
massager perspective, we are going to increase that.
Okay. That
But I
sounds
found it very
pretty
interesting. On their website, there was something called Shunga. So there was Shunga Dragon and Shunga Tenderness. I found that very,
Actually, Shunga is a Canadian brand, and
okay.
they manufacture all these intimate products, high quality intimate products, and they're very, very nice. Actually, I've used it personally, so yeah.
Okay, that's great. You have a testimonial right there. Fantastic. So,
what is... Sorry.
yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to know what your clientele, like your maximum... What is it? Is it single? Is it people in relationships, married, age group? I mean, as you said, they're more women than men, but like, what would you say is more of a...
Yeah, to be honest, we don't ask this question up front because we believe in discreet and privacy of the customer. But yeah, if somebody tells us from the front, then it is different. So I have a lot of women who tell me that they're married.
Okay. So, from what you see, it's kind of along those lines.
Yes.
And what is the age group that y'all permit or not permit? Like, is there a cutting?
Yes, this is strictly adult only per store.
Okay.
Okay.
So only 18 plus.
18 plus, yes.
18 plus.
Yes.
Okay.
Great. So, we're just going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and talk more about sexual wellness with Mrinal and Divya. See you in a bit.
Hey friend, so if you're listening to a podcast right now, you're probably some kind of a nerd. A nerd at heart, at least. So maybe, just maybe, you might like another podcast about nerds, by nerds, and for nerds.
It's called Geek Fruit, a community to unite estranged geeks from across India and later on the world. We talk about television, movies, science fiction, adventure, fantasy, etc. Anything nerdy, it's all here on Geek Fruit. You can catch a fresh episode every Monday and a retcon episode every Tuesday.
And you can check us out on iTunes, Audioboom, Stitcher, or any of your favorite podcast apps. Like my favorite podcast app, the IVM podcast app. Give me my money, IVM.
Good plug.
Happy listening, you nerds.
Welcome back to Sex Vex. So, I think this is a good time to get into our frequently asked questions segment.
Yeah, we have a lot of frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
So, first thing I want to personally know is it legal?
To
Like,
buy
to
these
buy
products.
sex toys, to sell sex toys,
Will
what are the
anyone get
legalities?
into trouble for this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like how, what are the legalities and what are the laws that because I genuinely, like I was asking a couple of friends and they were like, "Arey, but is it legal?" I'm like, yeah, I mean, there are websites, but like, what are the problems that you guys are facing in terms of legalities and all of that?
So in terms of legal, so this is one of the questions which we are also very frequently asked. Whatever you are selling, is this legal? So it's completely legal what we are selling in India right now. So there are two major sections. One is Section 377, which I think everyone is aware about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than this, there is one more, which is Section 292.
Which one is that? That's obscenity.
Yeah, that says that anything which is obscene in nature or in looks. So when I say anything in the sense in be it architecture, be it product, be it anything.
Yeah. In fact, we discussed this a little bit when we were talking about public display of affection.
Yeah.
That could be termed obscene gesture, and that's what people get booked under, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So and that's not allowed to be sold in India.
Okay.
So and that's why we are very cautious on this front. So if you go to itspleasure.com, whatever products that you'll see there, it's not obscene. It cannot. So, although it's a very subjective word in
Yeah,
itself,
how much do you define
What is
obscene
obscene?
according
Yeah.
to you and
Yeah.
right?
me, you know?
But still, taking as a mediocre level, so it's not obscene on our website.
Right. But then we actually talked to you guys about this as well. A lot of people consider what you're doing pornography for some absurd reason, and that's completely illegal though, right? Pornography. But why is it that people see this as pornography, in your opinion?
So that's a very good question, I think,
Yeah.
what you brought up.
Yeah.
So one is, please understand, there's a very simple equation. Porn is not equal to sex.
Yeah. That's one. And two, you don't sell porn.
Yeah.
Right.
Porn in itself is not legal.
Yeah. In
So,
India at least. Yeah.
In India at least.
Yeah.
So, when you're doing, when you're becoming intimate, or when you're having a good sex with your partner, you're not creating a porn out there.
Yeah.
See, actually, we are creating communications.
Right.
We are not creating porn, and there is a huge difference between what we are doing and
Absolutely.
what is there in the porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
To base it up on some products, we have massage oils, we have lubricants, we have condoms, we have lingerie.
Yeah.
That's nowhere even close to a porn.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it is. So, and all these products you mentioned, as we have just right now discussed, is perfectly legal, right?
Yeah,
because
so-
it's not breaking the obscenity law.
So just taking about
Yeah.
one example about this porn thing.
Yeah.
So as we participated in this fest, and a guy came to us, and he looked at the products. Oh my God, ये तो porn है.
So basically, people don't know what porn is. That
and you
is
had very
fantastic.
basic products on display at the fest.
We had just massage oils, lubricants, products on a very romantic side.
More
so
than,
Yeah.
just like one product which says "I love you" in 100 different manners. How is that porn related? I don't understand.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's the problem. People don't.
Yeah,
people
I
can't
mean, I
define
have
it.
an
Yeah.
example here. I interacted with this lady. She had a very loud reaction to our products. And she's like, oh, this is those products.
Those.
Wo
Yeah,
wale.
wo wale.
Those. Okay.
And I was like, so ma'am, I mean, what do you mean by those? She's like, those products, sex products. And I was like, ma'am, but we are not into, we don't like to call ourselves sex products. We call ourselves intimacy store. But she's like, it leads towards that.
Yeah, it leads
And
to sex.
I was like, ma'am, a lot of things lead towards that.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
It-
you were born because
Something led
something
towards
led
that.
to that.
Yeah,
you know.
that and those, everybody. That and those. Yeah.
So
But that's very interesting. What are the other reactions you get like that?
lots. So one of the incident which came along. So a couple came to us. Sorry.
Yeah.
So and then wife was insisting, let's look at these products.
Yeah.
So, and the guy was, नहीं जरूरत नहीं है. I go, let's have a look at these products. नहीं जरूरत नहीं है. मैं कह रहा हूँ ना. And then a guy just took away,
took her away, yeah.
So it's like, I don't want to discuss these kind of products.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that would probably...
It's a mindset, I think.
It would be my guess for that's the overriding feeling about this particular thing.
So we did this focus group study, I think last month, calling upon almost 30 to 35 people, few of married ones, few of unmarried but committed, and all those people. So one of the major aspect that came out of it is you buy your sabji every week, right? You buy your clothes every 10 days. Right?
Okay.
So, but you don't buy these intimate products even in 2 or 3 months or even in a year.
Yeah.
Right. But you do sex, let's just say on a average you do sex every 3 or 4 days.
Sure, yeah. That seems about right.
So, but when we ask them why, so like, we don't have that much money with us, which is remaining there for
these
kind of
particular
products.
thing. Okay.
And like, okay, look at this. You buy sabji every week because that's one necessity for you.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You buy other products also. You buy your clothes, but that's not a necessity. But you still buy those.
Exactly.
You have one closet full of your shirts and
I think we all
jeans
do.
there.
Yeah.
Right. But you still buy those.
Yeah.
You buy your mutual funds for your future. So, but you don't buy something which is I would say, investment which you are doing in improving your sex life and which you're improving your intimate life with your partner.
Who you're going to spend the rest of your life
I
with.
think it's, you would say, and I think what I've discovered from this discussion so far is, even if you have a perfectly healthy relationship and the intimacy is great and strong and you really don't need help, this is still a good thing, right? You should still try and invest in it and see to find a way to increase those bonds that you're talking about.
Of course. So we are not only helping, we are helping who wants help, and we are also facilitating who wants these products.
So you should consider this even if you have a very healthy relationship.
Of course.
And to end on a little nicer note on this particular thing, what kind of positive feedback do you guys get? We've talked about the troublesome feedback, but have people called back and saying, wow, you saved my marriage and this was amazing?
One feedback, so I was not... so that was the, I think, first or second feedback which we got.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he just said that, thank you so much. You brought us together.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Did he discuss what he bought or how it helped in any way? Or he just told us?
That's something which, people normally...
obviously, he might not have told you. Yeah.
So it's just that he just said that, thank you so much. You brought us together, closer.
Yeah.
So that's one thing which was, really, which made us really, really happy. That, okay, we are in a correct business. In spite of what other people are saying.
I'm sure you must have got a lot of opposition initially also when you all must have...
We are getting right now.
All the time.
So that's a part and parcel of the, I think any business.
Yeah.
But that's one thing which we all are striving for, that we are doing something good.
Yep.
That's great. And I think we can now talk about some other things that are going on in the world with this particular industry. And sex around the world this week, I guess we're going to talk about sexual wellness in other countries. So what about you guys? Obviously tried to make your own store which works for India, but you've probably taken inspiration from a few places. What are the countries that you think are sort of leading the way in this sort of thing?
The country number one is, I think, Brazil.
Okay.
Which is opening this amusement park.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that one later. Save that one.
Sid is saving it up.
Yeah.
So that's a big story.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one later. But any others that you sort of based your business on a little bit?
Sure. So in New York, there was a sex museum which opened up, I think, last year.
Okay.
So, and it's just not pornography which they show. There's nothing related to porn that they show there.
Okay.
They show sex and intimacy related stuff for as long as, I think, 16th century.
Just all the products, all those things that people did, basically.
Yes. So what products that they when is the first time that something happened and all those things.
Okay.
So then the way we want to talk about that P-spot, I think.
What is the P-spot?
What is P-spot?
There have been a recent article in India Times, I think. No, sorry. We have read this on Mashable, and there are studies which have found out that like a G-spot for a woman, there is a P-spot for a man.
Oh.
Okay.
Which is right with the prostate.
Yes. Okay. Now, I've heard of this one before. And usually, no one ever touches the prostate except your doctor when he's checking for prostate cancer, which happens so rarely now that everyone tries to avoid it. But that makes a lot of sense. Like activating the prostate to enhance, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think the good part is that initially it was considered to be just for man to man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And but now a lot of straight couples are getting used to it. Not in India, of course, but in US, a lot of people are getting used
trying
straight
that
couples,
sort of thing
I would
out.
say.
Yeah. And what about other countries? How have they influenced you as a business, and what else do you strive to become?
So in Canada, I'd say that one of my friend is living for long now.
Yeah.
So he told me one of his friend. So she opted for this 1 month course called blowjob course.
Wow.
And it's a certified course there.
Yeah.
And she puts out very proudly saying that see, dude, I got this course covered.
Yeah, I got blowjobs covered, is what she's saying.
Of studies. Like 1 month to learn how to give up.
She's a diligent student, clearly. Yeah.
And I think there might be a lot of technicality involved and understanding.
Fair enough. Yeah, and I'm guessing there's lots of other countries also that have their own. In
Sweden, there's
Sweden. Okay.
There's almost 300-400 meter long market just for these kind of products.
Okay.
And these in inverted commas.
These, those, and that.
Those products.
Yeah.
So, and it's a big market wherein you can just go to these shops and you can see the videos there that how to use these kind of products. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it's a very openness about these kind of products. You know, it's not a taboo. So like earlier in one of my interviews, that the interviewer said this very correctly, that from a land of Kam Sutra we have become a land of taboo sutra.
Yeah.
True.
I think that's something that everyone has
agrees
with and is seeing it, and most people seem very happy with it for whatever reason.
In London, I think there's one restaurant which is a nude restaurant which has opened up, and I'm not sure if it has already opened up or is opening probably in a month's time.
So you got to be nude in the restaurant as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's just the waiters and
the waiters, the waitresses,
and the
clients, the guests over there.
Yeah.
The manager over there.
Actually, this is a really interesting point which I wanted to discuss eventually at some point in the future. In Europe, I have noticed that the human body, the naked body, does not mean it's sexual. Does not mean that a sexual situation has arisen or should arise. It's just someone is naked. And that's what a human body looks like. And everyone has a right to their own body. So if you go to a restaurant, you should focus on eating. So even if everyone's naked around you, why should that bother you?
Eating.
Yeah.
Eating what?
Eating food, yeah. It's not that kind of restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I think this is great. Let's take a short break and be right back.
Hello there, my name is Naveen Narona, and as a gay person in India, I get asked a lot of stupid questions.
Beta, is it LGBT or eligibility?
How do two men procreate?
Bro, is Grindr better than Tinder or what?
We answer all these questions and much more on my podcast, Keeping It Queer, where I talk to individuals from the LGBT community in India and learn about their personal stories. Catch new episodes of Keeping It Queer every Monday on Audioboom, iTunes Global, SoundCloud, YouTube, or generally any of the podcasting apps. In fact, you can now download the IVM podcast app and listen to it. Happy listening.
Welcome back. And now we will go to one of my favorite sections, sex stories. Weird sex stories from around the world. Here's one which I really like and is really, really bizarre. The world's first sex theme park opens up outside Sao Paulo, Brazil. So I've got this article here from The Independent, the UK. What better way to gloss over Brazil's huge political and financial crises which threaten to collapse its economy altogether than build a new sex park? Great question. Great question. A new adult theme park called Erotica Land, spelled with a K, is set to be built 2 hours away from Sao Paulo near the city of Piracicaba. The locals are not happy. Mateus Erler, member of the Christian Socialist Party and member of Piracicaba City Council, said, "We cannot be known as the capital of sex." Fair enough, but clearly it's going to be built. The park will feature a 7D cinema, vibrating seats, a nudist pool, bumper cars shaped like genitalia, and a train of pleasure, inverted commas there.
Train of pleasure.
Train of pleasure with go-go boys and girls. You will even be able to buy aphrodisiacs at the sex bar. Actual sex, however, is not permitted.
Oh, after all this.
Yeah. The project manager, Mauro Morata, said, if attendees want to take things to another level, they can go to a nearby motel, which we will operate. Nice one, Mr. Morata. Good forward thinking. Mauro claims that 250 jobs will be created With a $100 entry fee, he believes the park will be successful in accumulating much-needed wealth. However, as hosts of the 2016 Olympics and presented with a hefty $100 million bill, the public will be hoping the park is as cost-effective as he believes. Matthias voiced his concern, fearing the park will attract debauched individuals. But isn't that the point? To which Morata said, "This isn't a place for nuns, but it's not like we're trying to recreate Sodom and Gomorrah." Wow, great story. I love it.
Sex park.
Sex-themed park. I think, Mrinal, you were talking about it earlier. So what else have you read about this?
So I think you covered it all.
Yeah.
So the good point is that being intimate is not allowed within the park, because then it will create a lot of chaos.
Rules being broken.
Rules have to be set. I think that's one good point about the park there.
Okay.
And as a fun part, I think that's a great theme park that I think we should all go there.
7D though, I wonder what the other 4Ds are. I mean, how real can it get? So I think you said that we have to pay for all the rides after we get in there?
So not for all the rides. So like as you read, it's $100 entry fee.
Okay.
And then there are few activities in the sense the rides or let's just say the swimming pool, which you have to pay as you go.
Okay.
So the $100 just to enter.
To enter, yeah.
Wow. And then you pay for each ride.
I mean, nudist pool is quite an achievement if you ask me. So you get in, you pay another $10 or whatever it is and go hang out by the naked pool.
Yeah, but there are lots of nudist beaches also, no?
Yeah, but not in a theme park.
Okay.
After that, you can get your clothes back on and get on the genitalia bumper cars.
But not do anything. That's the tease, no?
It is
It's like teasing you and then saying, chalo, jao.
But jao where? To their motels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to the motels that they have been operating.
Yeah.
See, like consummate businessmen and business people, they have realized the model actually is the motels, right? What would you think? You would say that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Smashing. And then at the bottom on the ground floor, there's also a counter full of massage oils and condoms. You might need them in the motel, right?
Yeah.
You should call them up. Call them up and do. Yeah, we'll set up the counter for you guys.
I'm sure it was a Gujubai who strategized this whole thing.
Oh, speaking of Gujubais, I think Mrinal has another great story about this.
So, there are a lot of condoms you might have heard: strawberry, cherry, chocolate, normal flavors. Now becoming little, bored and old. So our Gujubhai, so I'm not sure if it is in California or I think mostly it is California.
Okay.
So he is coming up with this Pani Puri flavor.
Pani Puri flavored condoms.
Pani Puri flavored condoms. So I'm not sure how much...
how true it is?
It is true, but I'm saying that how much fun it will be.
Yeah.
I'm sure for a lot of people it will be... There'll be dhokla flavor, khandvi flavor.
What other flavors can you get from this?
But there is also a bacon flavored condom.
Great.
There's bacon flavored lube and bacon flavored condom, and in the bracket it says... Taste some meat while tasting some meat.
Now here's the thing, okay? I get it. I get strawberry flavored and all. It's sort of like part of the fantasy and what have you. But bacon is meat. And you are chewing on some meaty bits there. It takes one mistake. One moment of lapse of concentration where you forget what you're actually doing here. And suddenly, it's not bacon anymore. You know?
Wow, Pani Puri flavor.
That's smashing. So, Dilnaz, I think we've covered that, but let's do your other favorite section.
Yes, the Urban Dictionary. So, I looked up sex toys in Urban Dictionary, and it said, not sold at Toys R Us or Hamleys.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
And when I looked up vibrator in the Urban Dictionary, it said a samurai sword that wiggles.
That's great. So now you know. You can use that as your short form. Your code word for vibrator.
Yeah, go get me my samurai sword.
I have to go put my samurai sword away, guys. Yeah. I have to go to a toy store that's not Hamleys or Toys R Us. We've got your lingo sorted right there. I would really like to thank our guests today, Divya and Mrinal.
Yes, thank you so much.
Their shop is called It's Pleasure. It's ITSPLEAZURE.com. Yeah. And that's it. And I think one really good feature is not only will they give you your stuff, but you've got a discreet way of delivery as well?
Yes. We provide entirely discreet delivery. It comes to you in a white bag.
Okay.
And it doesn't say what is inside the bag. It just says your shipment, some shipment information which you have given us, and that's all. And your invoice is entirely in soft copy. We don't send hard copies for the invoice. So that is also covered out there.
Okay, so there is a good privacy policy.
No one in the whole supply chain knows that what's inside the bag.
Oh, wow.
So there you have it.
So there's no fear, no shame.
You have
in
that
case
covered as well. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
So thank you. Actually, I should say thank you guys, for bringing us up here.
Yeah.
So it's just that we are making one attempt here to tell us people that how important it's just not to get just to intimate, but more than that.
Yeah.
And please remember that communication in every aspect is very necessary, and especially when it comes to sex, it's more than that.
I love this guy. This is the stuff I say in every episode, and he's got my back. Thank you so much, Dilnaz.
And see you soon, Sid.
Bye. You can find Sex Vex on Audio Boom, YouTube, Stitcher, the IVM podcast app, or any other podcasting app that you prefer. If you're trying to find us on iTunes India, you might have some trouble finding us because of the language used on the show. So make sure you change your location first.
Hey man, just help me out, man. I need some podcast, man. I haven't had a fix in a week. Just need some.
Don't you worry about it. I got podcasts galore for you, man. Just go to ivmpodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna check it out.